Hey guys, and welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So we're going to do a $1 coin roll hunt, but today we're going to start off a little bit differently. And the reason for that is because I usually do lots and lots of $1 coin roll hunts, and I do the $1 coin roll hunts. Sometimes I film them, sometimes I don't. Majority of the time you actually don't get to see them, and that's because I don't have much success with the $1 coins. But a funny thing is I probably went through about 2 or 3 rolls of what I've currently got. I didn't even bother filming it, but managed to find all these coins here. So I figured, well, okay, we'll do a bit of a reveal at the start of what I've actually found and why I've kept what I've kept, and then we'll go into the actual hunt. So we'll just start here right now. So these are literally ones I've literally found in the last 3 or so rolls. There's probably no reason to really keep this one, but I'm just keeping it because it is just a nice and shiny 2015, which doesn't happen that often, that you find a nice, almost uncirculated condition coin. And I do like to make up $1 coin sets, so I'll probably put that into a set. These are just all in random order. I haven't particularly kept them for any reason. A 2018 Mob of Ruse. I'm still keeping the 2018 Mob of Ruse. I really haven't found that many where I am. So realistically, I'm just going to hold them until we know the actual mintage, which won't be that won't be that much longer to wait. And look, if it's what I believe it to be, which is probably going to be a fair few million, I'll end up putting a fair few of those back into circulation. And look, as I said in a previous video, you can go and spend them dollars and coins that you've saved up, just in case they're low mintage, on something you do want to keep. This one here is a 2015, so the lowest of the 100 years of Anzac coins, and so around 1.5 million. So I've kept that one. Don't come across too many of them, and when you do, they're fairly well beat up, but this one wasn't too bad. I do have plenty of those though, but just one to keep. What have I kept here? 2014. So this is a low mintage coin, low mintage Mob of Ruse. So 1 million of these were produced, and that's the reason why I've kept that one there. What's this one? Rabbit ear. Not too many rabbit ears come along. This one here is a 2008. So if you're unfamiliar with rabbit ears, it's a cud to the kangaroo, well, in this case, it's a rabbit ear. They call it, even though it's just an extra blob. It just makes the ears look a little bit longer, more like that of a rabbit ear. So of a rabbit. Sorry about the phone ringing in the background. So essentially, these are collectible, and it's good to try and find lots of different years of those coins. And I did find, yes, another one here. So nice big rabbit ear. This is the 2016, I think it is. Yep, 2016 rabbit ear. There's a few different rabbit ears that can be found. This is the largest of the ones that can be found. Some of them you'd almost call like a flea ear, when they're just a little blob behind the ears. But this is probably as big as they get. And the 2016 is fairly well known for having a fair few different rabbit ears. This one here was just a 2018 version of the 100 Years of Anzac. Still classed as a low mintage coin, and look, I don't find very many of these at all, so I'm just going to hang on to that one till such a time as I feel it not worth hanging on to. And the final one we've got here is a double rim cud. Fairly common on this coin. I mean, it's common, but still tough to find. But you can see there's an extra bump on the side here and another one here. This one's probably not as prominent as other ones I've found, but still, it's a collectible thing. It's an error, and something different from the ordinary. So it's the year 2001 International Year of Volunteers coin. So they're the ones I found up fairly quickly, which just doesn't happen. So we'll put those to the side and we'll start doing a few coin roll hunts. So these are coins that I've grabbed from 2 different banks, and so I've actually got some Prosegur rolls, which is this one here, and some Armaguard rolls, and we'll go through them and see what we can find. I'll put those over there. So rarities can happen on most years. They do happen a fair bit on the 2010s, and certainly the 2016. The 2008 is a very common one as well. Make sure when you find one of these coins that you rotate it each and every time, because you can find some really cool rotation errors with that coin. Check out my video if you haven't seen that. So keep going through this roll. 2013 Rabbity is actually a fairly scarce one. These things are very common. They made over 24 million of those ones. So, yeah, probably not something to really hang on to unless you find in high grade. But plenty of 85s and 84s are available as well. But really, to find true value in coins, you've got to find coins that are high grade, and you need to know what is low mintage. And then the higher the grade within the lower mintage, then the higher chance that it's going to be something that is collectible and that people want to hold on to. So a lot of these $1 coins are, and certainly the commemorative ones are going to be fairly high mintage. So really not worth much more than face value. So this roll here is a Prosegur roll, but they would have run out of paper, and so they just wrap the rolls, in this case with 5-cent paper. They wrap the rolls back to front, so just to make sure that they're able to wrap and get more rolls out there. So it's nothing special. As you're going through, it's good to be familiar with what the standard commemorative coins are. So the ones that are typically found in circulation, because you do find coins that are not intended for circulation, and they do make their way in through people spending or breaking open certain coin cards that have been purchased. Those coins are always going to be worth more than face value, depending on how long they've been in circulation. They're still worth $1, but people have usually paid at least $3 for a commemorative coin. So, yeah, I collect them. I don't sell them, and I do have a full bag of them. So there are plenty that can be found if you go through enough volume of coins. So, but you need to be familiar with what the actual non-circulating, the coin's not meant for circulation or not intended for circulation, which coins they are. So, alright, well, we've gone through 2 rolls and we haven't found anything as of yet. We'll try an Armaguard roll. I think like the 9 or so coins that I showed you before, I'm fairly certain they all came out of the Prosegur rolls. So maybe if this one doesn't reveal anything to us, we'll go through a few more Prosegur rolls and see what we can find. So a lot of the mintages are available from the Royal Australian Mint website. So familiarise yourself with their website and keep some bookmarks, and you'll be able to easily refer to a lot of the mintages of the circulating coins. And other than that, there are books available. I use the Renix guide. It's not always fully accurate, which is a bit disappointing, but you will need to use it in conjunction with the with either the annual report, which the Mint puts out, which we know can also be wrong from time to time, and also the Mint website itself, which is usually right. So we're looking forward to the next annual report coming out, which is normally due around Melbourne Cup time. So early November, hopefully, maybe even late October. So not long to wait now, another month or so, and we should have some information based on the 2018 calendar year, as well as the partial figures leading up to June 30 of 2019. So there's a lot of important information that will come out in that annual report that helps us decide what we should be buying, holding on to, and where we should be investing money, because these things, if they're low mintage, they do skyrocket in price fairly quickly, and do stabilize. But that's the good thing about coin collecting, is that if something's going to go up in value, it usually happens fairly quickly, which is pretty cool, and you can get a return fairly quickly, which is nice. If it's not going to move, it's probably never going to move. It's not always the case, but sometimes things do take a little while. But certainly these things react probably quicker than money sitting in a bank account, for me anyway. So, alright, well, we haven't had any success, and this is part of the reason why I don't show you many of these videos, because dollar coins can be fun, because if you do find something of value, it's going to be really quite valuable, and it's great to find something super valuable and unique, but it doesn't happen very often. So, excuse me, I got this stupid cough that will not go away. So this is a 2019 U coin, so there's an A, U, and S version of this if you're unfamiliar. So especially if you're new to the channel, worthwhile going through a lot of my other videos, and you'll certainly catch up and have an understanding of what I keep and what a lot of you do keep and hang on to, and you can certainly learn a lot more from. Well, there's many good Facebook groups. So I'll just finish with this coin. So that's a 35. There's another 35 in the back there. So that's just the 35th anniversary of the dollar coin. So I'm keeping those for now as well. But yeah, lots of good Facebook groups. We do have one connected with this YouTube channel, so PJ's Coin Capers. Look it up on Facebook if you're on Facebook, and just jump in and see if you can learn some more from a lot of the contributions that everyone makes, which we absolutely love, and a lot of show and tell on the page, and a lot of questions, and some very generous people are willing to help and give an understanding. And certainly with the Australia Post series coming up very, very soon, like early next week, Australia Post will be putting coins into Australia Post. They're all dollar coins. There'll be 26 different ones to collect. I'm not exactly sure how it all works. I'm unsure if it's one per week over 26 weeks, but it's a big coin hunt. So there are 26 different dollar coins to collect, and you can put into folders. And there'll be lots of new collectors coming on board who'll be interested in collecting and holding on to these coins, and which is sort of great for the industry, because with more and more people coming on board, new collectors come on board, and they find these special coins, and they all of a sudden get addicted the same way most of us are, and all of a sudden they're buying coins, which helps to keep the whole industry sort of going, and pushes prices up and those sort of things, because there's more people wanting these rare coins. So yeah, I think it's great that the Mint and Australia Post are doing those things. So here's another keeper. This is another 2016. So we spoke about earlier 2016 rabbit ears, and we talked about the size difference between what comes out in 2016. So let's do the comparison of the one I found earlier. You can see the size of the rabbit ear on the one in the foreground, and the one in the rear, the tiny little rabbit ear. So two different ones, the same year, 2016, and they're both collectible, so we'll keep both of those. They're probably worth a few dollars extra, like because those ones can be found fairly commonly. It's probably, a few dollars each, a few dollars extra. You got to be able to sell them. I use eBay a lot to sell. Well, I don't actually sell that much, but when I do sell stuff, I use eBay. And but yeah, look, there are fees involved with selling as well, so you've got to make sure that it's worthwhile selling. So we'll go through another couple of rolls, and we'll see how we go. One thing I didn't check for on that nice shiny 2015 they had at the start of the video was whether or not it was a missing leg. I might have a look at that before we sign off for today. I still do focus a lot on $1 coins because of, I really would love to find another mule. If you're unfamiliar with what a mule is, go and have a look at some of my videos. You'll certainly see some stuff on mules. But there's still plenty to be found, and plenty to hang on to. I used to love going through 20-cent coins as well, but my success with 20-cent coins has really dried up as well. Alright, just going to clean up a little bit, go through another couple of rolls, and we'll just finish up. Alright guys, had to clean up and move some coins off my space, just too many. So we'll go through a couple more rolls. Might move it along a little bit. '17 ones are pretty tough to come across as well. Also classed as a lower mintage one, so if you want to make a set, you'll certainly need one. We'll make this our last roll for today. Okay, so this is a another rim card. So this would be certainly one I haven't found before. So this is pretty cool. So this is a 2008 with a nice rim cut on the side there. So it's pretty obvious, and that's certainly a collectible error. And so yeah, I'm happy with that. And the final coin, nothing there. Alright guys, so obviously we didn't find them all on camera today, but fairly good success. It's probably out of about, what did I say, about 10 rolls or something like that, so I won't go through them all again, but we added to that today. I think I started off with about 8 or 9 coins, so we added a few more in the rolls that we did. So certainly well worth looking for, and I hope you have some success with your noodling. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you shortly.